Oh, man, I'm loud.
That's amazing.
Am I loud?
Every time, bro. You're loud. Every time.
A little special, extra loud today.
I just noticed Mike has a mud flap.
What? Mud flap?
I'm trying to get one, Mike. I'm growing my shit out like that.
It's coming, Joe.
I know. I've never had long hair before.
Neither have I.
Hey, 1984 called. They want their hair back.
They can't have it.
From the guy with no hair.
Bro, you had a tail.
Back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. That's what I'm saying. So you had some long hair.
Yeah, but it wasn't that long, you know.
Did you braid it or just
Yeah, hell yeah. I had the girls would put beads in it and shit.
I honestly, guys, I want to tell you guys, all right?
Tawana Allen would hook it up.
Yeah. Mike was Tawana's bitch. She used to fucking beat dudes up all the time. Tawana Allen.
Yeah, no, she was my bodyguard.
This is the Beers and BS podcast, sponsored by one of the locals, Under the Sun Inserts,
Brewport Coffee House and Brewport Cafe.
and now here's your hosts, Adrian, Joe, and Mike.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Beers and BS, the podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Adrian. That's M-I-K-E to the D. Whoop,
Yo,
whoop.
Mike.
In the middle here, we got the one and only Joey Pepperoni.
Yo, what's up?
Joe.
Down in Tennessee, we have our producer, always representing. His name is Gabe.
Gabe.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
What's up, guys?
Chilling.
Welcome back.
Welcome to episode 69. Oh, yeah.
We gotta turn this one upside down, inside out.
Oh, God. Guys, as always, we tell the audience what we're drinking. And Joey Pepperoni, when you kick that off? Buddy?
Yo, I got standard shit tonight. Bud Light. Don't at me.
Oh,
Next. Mike, what do you got?
I actually went with Dos Equis, por favor. Dos Equis Lager Tradicional. No, Especial.
Dos aquí.
Dos Equis.
I appreciate the accent.
Very good. I actually stopped off at that beer place over here on station.
Yeah,
I was surprised.
Did you get a bag of weed, too?
But dude, you get a lot there.
Oh, yeah?
That was your first time there?
Yeah.
I'm saying like in a while since.
No, I never really have gone in.
Dude, they put a humidor in that bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a humidor.
You see all the shit behind the counter. Right?
I didn't pay attention. No?
No?
Yeah.
Dude.
They got crack pipes.
Yeah.
Whatever you need.
It's like a fucking.
It's a lot of clutter in there, you know? There's shit everywhere.
I'm saying, but it's like a head shop. It's a beer distributor. You get a cigar.
Those Arab guys know how to make the most of their space.
Yeah,
You could get a propane tank, fucking hand job, anything. Just name it.
I mean, there's a sign that says hand jobs $10. You didn't
$10.
But yeah. Yeah, from the fat guy behind the counter.
All right. Tonight I'm drinking from that same beer distributor. It's Blue Point Imperial Sunshine, 9.6% alcohol volume. Had this a couple times on this pod. It's I gotta be like, I don't know. Every time I drink it, I'm like, ooh, but then it kind of grows on me as it goes, as the can gets lower and lower. Gabe, what are you doing? You drinking?
No, not tonight.
No? Okay. Good.
I've been busy.
I'm glad that ban is still in effect.
Gabe, you're looking like you're glowing tonight, brother. You look refreshed. You look energized. You look ready to go for episode 69.
I'm ready.
Oh, he's ready.
69.
You know,
69.
it is. Gabe's a year older now. That's why.
He just celebrated a birthday.
How was your birthday? How was it?
It was good. We had a hunker down for my actual birthday. We were supposed to go to dinner that night, but we had tornado warnings, and whenever that happens, places close down for public safety. So
No shit.
So we just stayed home.
A little birthday role play. He busted out some weapons and shit.
No, we had to like make a pillow fort though.
Oh, there you go.
Case.
A pillow fort.
How-
That was for safety?
Yeah.
Not for fun?
Not for fun.
Oh, boy.
So how close were they? Mileage?
The closest one was about I think they said 2.7 miles.
Holy shit! That's
You don't seriously, you don't have like a bunker or a fallout thing or something like that?
No.
In the
I
ground?
mean, the likelihood of a tornado actually hitting a subdivision is low in our area. If I was in like Oklahoma or Texas, maybe even Arkansas, some places in Arkansas, I definitely have a shelter. But in our area, the likelihood of a tornado happening is still relatively low. And then of course,
You said
percentages get lower.
a pillow fort. Aren't you supposed to get in like a doorway or something like that? Or,
Well, you're supposed to get to the lowest level of your house and into the most inner room possible. But the problem with houses these days is everything is an open concept. So the lower level of our house is like open.
Yeah.
There's not an interior room. So we just kind of have to like
get in a closet
between
or something, man.
Yeah, we have to get between the stove and
He's been in the
counter.
closet for years.
So, I mean, I don't understand. Like, why do you say it wouldn't hit in a subdivision?
Because there's a lot of open area.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, there's still a lot of farmland and stuff. So
How long did that last? A couple days or just that one night?
just that one night. It was just I think the warning started around 1 p.m. and lifted around 9 p.m.
Oh, good. All right. Hey, that gift card we sent you.
Yeah,
Was that place okay? Because I heard you mention that one time on the pod. That's why.
yeah. We already used that shit.
Oh, you did?
Nice.
Thank you for that. That was
no,
wonderful
you're
gift.
welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, man. By the way, I hope you really enjoyed your day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
How old were you?
48.
48.
Oh, welcome to the 48 Club.
Catching up, dude. You're catching up.
Yeah. My wife thinks I'm going through a midlife crisis because I sold the truck and I bought a BMW.
You probably.
You know what? Yeah, you might be. And you know what? Embrace it. Tell her to embrace it and fucking buckle up. All right. Say it's only just beginning. All right.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the next purchase.
New Balance sneakers, all white, and some
Velcro New Balance.
Some jorts to go with them.
oh god,
Hey,
So,
Mike
the
D
big
can help
one.
you out. All right? Mike D will help you out with those.
Yeah. I
and a
take
mud flap.
offense. There's nothing wrong with jean shorts. There's no such word as jorts.
I can't wait for them to come back in style.
Oh, man.
Me either.
We just want to say happy Memorial Day too, guys. We had Memorial Day. We were off for a couple weeks, right? Hopefully some people noticed. We were off for a couple weeks. We had a little scheduling conflict. Mike D was under the weather. Then we got Memorial Day. So we want to say,
You know what? I would have been
Memorial
sick
Day.
too the way the Knicks lost. So
Oh,
I don't
God.
blame them.
You know,
Wow.
I mean, you really can't. That's not nice. Okay, that's not it. Lakers got fucking eliminated in round one. Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm happy for that though. That's the difference.
All right, Gabe, you brought it up. Let's get into it. Okay. No, the Boston is home chilling because of the Knicks. Okay.
That's right.
Let's go Knicks.
Everybody thought Boston was going to repeat, and that didn't happen because of the Knicks.
Great. Well said, Joey. All right, guys, let's just get into it. Are the Knicks going to break our hearts this season or what?
It's trending that way, man.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I'm a little less optimistic about, you know what I mean? You know, it's a long road ahead now. We got to win 3 games in a row.
Yeah, but it's not over. You know?
No, I agree. It's not over. I agree.
And
it's not over.
like I said, earlier today, we've seen things in sports that, listen, the Patriots went undefeated and the Giants crushed them, right?
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like we've seen things happen where you in a million years you'd never think it would happen.
One game is different though than a 7-game series.
Well, yeah. I mean, this could be history making, right?
It could.
now,
Listen.
We're not out of it yet. I agree.
We need more effort. They're being lazy. But it could be taxing. This is the postseason. It's been a long regular season. They had a tough series against the Celtics and Detroit previous to that, and maybe they're winded.
Are they one-dimensional?
As far as what, like
Do they have one? I mean, one.
No.
Do they rely on Jalen Brunson too much?
No, because you've seen Jalen sit out for the fourth quarter, and we won that game.
But why? He's Mr. Clutch. Why is Mr. Clutch taking 4 shots in the fourth quarter of a game we need to win?
because Karl-Anthony Towns has been taking over in the fourth quarter the past few games. Not last night, but past few games, and it seems apparent that he's hurt, right?
Yeah.
That
Who?
Karl-Anthony Towns. I'm not saying he's not playing anymore. I'm saying, but like that he's been playing kind of hurt.
That knee thing last night, I didn't think he was going to
Come back. Yeah. He overacted that one out.
Let me ask you something. Like, he had to take free throws after that injury. Do you have to take the free throws if you're injured?
Yes.
Yes.
If you the foul is on you, you have to take the free throw.
Got it.
Yeah.
But
remember what happened to Kobe? He tore his Achilles and hit.
That's right.
Back to the free throws.
That's right. Yeah.
so you talk about Brunson not being in there, and if you notice, Brunson's been getting a lot of silly fouls, and when you get silly fouls like that, it's like you're tired, laziness. You want to hold on to the defender.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Listen, maybe these couple days off right now, get some super sleep, do whatever,
They're back at it tomorrow, man.
Yeah, whatever they do. And
It's really one day off.
they got to ramp it up, try to go to the bottom of the well and dig one out.
So
The problem as I see it is they're being outcoached.
that's a possibility. I mean, right? I mean, he's won a championship. You know what I mean? Carlisle.
I don't know if it's our coach.
I mean,
he has a bigger
rotation.
bench. Right, he has a bigger bench. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't have that many tools.
We definitely lack depth. But that's why I wanted to ask you, what do you guys think then? Do you guys think what's missing? Are we a superstar away? What's missing in your opinion? What do you think we're missing to get us over the hurdle? Because I'll tell you what, this is the team that knocked us out last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Listen, have we made? We're in the now we're in the second round. I'm sorry, the third round of the playoffs. You know what I mean? We made it out of the second round. So on paper, that's progress. No matter what, that's progress. But I'm saying, if we get eliminated by this team again.
You got to match that energy, bro. You see the energy that these guys bring. They're young and they're fucking flying all over the place and they're fucking shooting threes. We don't do that.
No. Well, we were saying last night, dude, everybody that was on the court last night, their starting lineup and even into their bench, they all could shoot, dude. Yeah. They all could shoot. They all could score, man.
That's what I love about Cat. He could shoot from the outside, but I think he does it too much. I'd rather see him. I'd like to see him get more points in the paint.
Lay it up.
He's got that big body. He's got that finesse. I want to see him get more paint.
And I don't want to sound like a bitch, but the referee, every time Cat, seems to get aggressive, they're calling offensive fouls on the fucking guy.
Yeah.
Which is bullshit. You can see LeBron fucking put his head down, travel with the ball 40 steps and then slam it, and crush 3 people along the way.
I think the officiating's been terrible.
It's been terrible. Against the Knicks, especially, you know what I mean?
All around, I think.
Yeah, I mean, but no one's going to get reffed like LeBron. You know what I mean? LeBron is just on he's just a different level.
You know what's hard to watch? This is why the free throws, man. They're not hitting fucking free throws.
Well, that's why we lost game 1.
Yeah.
Mitchell Robinson.
I was just going to say, this is why I don't watch the NBA anymore. The way that it's being reffed, the rules, the 3-point line, I think we should take away the 3-point line. Make the game interesting again. The last 2 minutes of a game lasts an hour.
That's always been the case.
There's a lot of issues with the NBA right now that need to be fixed. And these are just examples of why the ratings are so down.
Yeah, but changing the game, making the last 3 minutes of the game go faster is not going to happen, because fouling. If you're losing, you're fouling.
That's right. Yeah, you're playing tit for tat.
You're stopping the clock.
If you institute a rule that says, this is now a double technical after this many intentional fouls, then that won't happen anymore.
I don't know.
I'm honestly, I don't know what a foul is in the NBA. Sometimes there's so much contact and there's not a call. And sometimes there's very.
I don't know if he's getting fucking beat up, bro.
Dude.
Beat up and can't get a fucking call,
it's
bro.
It's unbelievable. It really is. And then sometimes there's very little contact and there's a call.
Yeah. They get a little hand on the waist and fucking blowing the whistle. Are you kidding me?
I agree. They usually they let them play in the playoffs. You know what I mean? They allow some
the
more
previous
contact.
series, Celtics, they let them play, bro. On both ends, Boston D and Knicks D. These guys were all over each other and they weren't calling any fouls.
Yeah, last night was Game 4. If you listened, do you guys remember? I think it was Halliburton, what looked like he threw OG to the floor, and they challenged it to see if it was flagrant. I thought it was flagrant. It came back. They lost the challenge. Remember that? He arm hooked him down to the floor.
We might have. That's when Mike and I might have been switching bars. Because I don't remember that. Right? We missed that.
It was a very hard foul, and it looked it was intentional, and they didn't get the call. So
yeah, it's not shaping up for us. But hey, listen.
I know somebody who went. My friend Jay has been a Pacer fan since we're kids. And
no way.
He fucking went to the game last night in Indy. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Let me ask you something. How did it feel having a knife plunge into your chest when Halliburton hit that shot and went to the throat
He's a dick.
The choke sign.
Oh, that didn't
he's a
bother me.
dick.
How did
That didn't bother. That was game 1, bro. That was fucking way too early for that shit. And that series, when that all happened, the Knicks fucking won that series. So, you know, he wasted that shit too early in the fucking series.
You're talking about when Reggie Miller did that.
Yeah, when Reggie did it, we won the series.
Yeah, we won the series. Yeah.
But when Halliburton did it, it was way too early in the series to do that.
Not only that,
They blew the game.
he thought he won the game.
Yeah,
He thought
did.
that was a game winner, and it wasn't. It was a 2-pointer. He tied the game. I mean, he sent to overtime. Look, I'm not taking anything away. This guy he has showed up this play.
He's public enemy number 1 now.
He's a fucking geek, dude. He's a geek.
He's a geek.
He reminds me of like
a nerd.
not Urkel, but like somebody like Urkel. No, seriously, he's like fucking dweeb a little bit.
No, they actually showed.
Carl
That's
Winslow?
funny. They showed a meme with Urkel playing basketball and going down, and him and Halliburton did the same exact move.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah, I don't know if Gabe could find that, but it's out there.
Do you remember back in the day in like 90s hip hop, like some of these guys had I can't remember the fucking guy's name. He used to like hold an umbrella for them. I think it was Puff Daddy.
Farnsworth.
That's it. He reminds me of fucking him. I don't know if you could pull up a picture of that guy, but that's who.
Poor Farnsworth. Imagine what he did at these freak offs. What he had to do.
Oh my God, bro.
Where's he been? Why hasn't he been mentioned?
He's fucking MIA on a beach somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. He got paid and he's fucking hiding. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's like, all right, it's not over till it's over. We got tomorrow night. See what happens. Right. If you guys, if anybody out there really loves the Knicks, just say a prayer. Okay.
Let's go.
Listen,
Wake the fuck up and let's play some ball.
I just want to see some fight. Win tomorrow at home.
Yeah.
And then let's see where we can go.
I agree. All right, real quick, moving on. You guys hear about this? Okay, look, we've been off for a couple weeks, so some of this might be a little bit of old news, but I'm just saying.
I found that Urkel clip if you want to see it really quick.
Play for joy. Play for the audience. Steve Urkel, that was Family Matters, 19.
When he was dominating that episode of Family Matters.
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
That's funny.
What the hell? What the hell out there? What the hell on? What the hell buried? What the hell?
I think he copied. I think fucking Halliburton is a copycat.
What the hell, Cyrus?
That's pretty funny that you said that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
You know, maybe he's heard that before and he kind of plays into it.
That's funny.
Hey,
Now-
didn't his peers just recently vote him
Underrated. I'm sorry. You're right. Overrated.
Overrated.
Which
The
I
most
think.
overrated.
He's proving that he's not overrated.
Yeah, he's playing pretty well, dude. Let me tell you right now, some guys.
Yeah, what, 31 last night?
Getting a triple-double.
Yeah, you see guys like, they step up in the playoffs or they kind of like,
Clinch
to their
up.
shell and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He stepped up 2 seasons in a row.
Last thing, though, before we move on. You don't think your guy that's been your fucking guy for the last 2 seasons, really, Brunson, should take more than 4 shots in the fourth quarter?
Oh, hell yeah. He needs to step the fuck up.
but
He needs to wake up. Maybe
tell you
he's
what.
hurting, though.
They are smothering him. If you see, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They really are. They're putting a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah, but he
He's
puts
got
on
two-
moves, man. He breaks people's ankles. You know what I mean? Give him a little juke
I
and fucking,
agree.
you know.
His footwork is phenomenal. He really,
He's slimy.
You're not
Yeah.
too concerned with his turnover rate?
Yeah,
Last
you
night-
have to be.
Last night it was an
17 turnovers, I think they had in the whole game.
Yeah.
If you times that by 2, that's what, 34 points?
well, they showed a stat points off turnovers during the series
20?
so far. Excuse me. I think the Pacers are like around like 60 points, and I think the Knicks are like in the 20s.
Oh, there you go.
So it's a big.
Missed opportunities right there, you know?
Yeah.
You guys tune into the post game at all ever or no?
I have, but not last night.
Monica McNutt, she does the post game. She does the radio call for the Knicks.
Yeah.
What
And
a
then she
name.
jumps on MSG.
Monica McNutt.
She's fucking awesome.
She really is. She's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Very smart, man.
Yeah.
Very smart.
That's all I had to
That's
say.
it?
I just she's a good listen after the games. Win or
No
lose.
cap, this shit bussin'.
Sound like Mike's grandson. All right. So guys, you guys hear about this? NFL players are eligible and they're gonna be playing flag football in the Olympics 2028
Yeah,
in Los Angeles.
can't wait. Dream team.
All right. So that's what I want to know. What's your take on this? Like, so you're excited about this? You're happy about it?
Hell yeah, let's dominate.
Okay. Joey,
What?
how do you feel about it?
About what?
Gabe, how do you feel about it?
I think if you have that goal in mind that you've always wanted to be an Olympian, this is it. If you're a football player, otherwise you're asked out. I think it might hurt some people because it's not exactly tackle football. People get hurt still playing flag football.
Yeah.
It's active
And those are a lot
NFL
of
players or retired?
Active.
No, active.
Yeah.
So that's what I know. Like, how do you feel about that? Active NFL players being able to play flag football?
Nah, I don't. I think they should.
Justin Jefferson wants to do it.
Dude, I see. I'm with Joey. I feel like it's funny. We're again.
I'd start putting clauses in contracts that you cannot play.
I mean,
well, there 100%. It is, dude. When are the Olympics played?
What are you afraid they're gonna get hurt?
Hold on. When are the Olympics played?
In the summer.
No, I know when. What month?
July.
When's the season start? September.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, dude? A lot can happen, even though it's no contact.
In baseball, they play the World Baseball Classics. In soccer, they play
I'm kind of like, leery on that too.
One of them is not using your twitch muscles as much though.
It's
and that's
not
where these
contact,
players. Yeah, that's where these players have those non-contact.
Tell
injuries.
Aaron Boone that.
But number one, like it's obviously the rest of the world is challenging us, right?
Yeah, but that's just
no.
Dude, how many like.
Let's go.
I would think we have enough college players to be able to dominate in this sport.
I agree. This is
around the world.
Get at it. Put out your best.
This is locked up. It's happening.
Yeah. Oh, it's happening. It's happening.
What do they do with the dream team in basketball? They put out the best. They, maybe they scatter a handful of college guys in there. Right?
That was after the season. So in other words, like that happened in July, let's just say, and then the season didn't start until October, November.
Yeah, but you have your starters in prime shape, bro, Adrian. They're fucking running plays and stuff. You know what I mean? They'll be in great shape, ready to go for September.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm kind of agreeing with Joey on this one. Dude, all right. So ready? Let's just say
selfish
for the Giants.
Selfish.
Right? We got our starting quarterback, and he's going to be on, playing, and then he goes down. Season's over, man.
It's too risky. It's not even worth it.
I agree. I mean, I don't know. It must be amazing to try to win a gold medal.
Well, that's what I was about to say. What stage is bigger? This is the world stage.
But it's not even at your sport. I mean, it's flag football. It's not really your sport. I mean, it's football, but you fucking get paid.
But you explain that to the kids that you fucking coach flag football, that it's not football.
Most of them don't play tackle. They just play flag. That's it.
Yeah.
It's a cleaner version? Can we say that?
I mean, it's a
no hits,
softer version,
right?
Yeah.
It's no hits, exactly. So there should be less injuries.
Yes, they should be.
Should be.
But I'm just saying though, these non-contact injuries are real.
Yeah, but even with flag, there's still contact. You're diving, you're trying to get a flag. There's contact a lot of times.
Could be diving for a ball to catch.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I think the risk is it's a big risk.
I like to send out our best and win some gold.
I agree, but dude,
dominate the world.
What other country has college football players like us?
You say that, but they'll throw out some rugby motherfuckers that,
okay.
You know what I mean?
I hear what you're saying, but dude, we have
they got some big boys over there.
I mean, all the NFL players, are former college players. I don't know. All right.
I'm kind of 50-50 on it,
but I like to send the best of the best.
What's that, Gabe?
I'm kind of 50-50 on it, but I'm leaning towards agreeing with Mike. I'd like to see it just for the entertainment aspect of it, and then of course bringing that gold home. But as a football fan of the NFL, I would hate to see my player, who I might have just drafted on my fantasy football team, go fucking down with a season-ending injury. Because he fucking twisted, so he doesn't get his flag.
Yeah, but the draft is way after the Olympics, so you'd be all right. That's
true too.
That's funny. We split once again. We do that a lot of this shit.
Yeah, let's go.
Podcasts, all right, moving on, guys. Once again, we've been off for a couple weeks, so this is kind of old news, but we're just gonna bring it up. President Biden has cancer. What's your guys' take on this? They're saying, that he didn't have his screening. Like, all right, let me take a step back. Do you think he had cancer while he was in office?
Yes.
You do?
That's why Kamala took over the nomination.
Okay.
I think.
Mike D.
I never gave it too much thought. What I do think about the cancer and presidents, not specifically even Biden, but In our day and age, we really don't hear of presidents dying of cancer. Whatever, they get the best medical treatment. They get the gray or blue alien blood and fucking injection, and it cures everything. Like Jimmy Carter just passed away. How old was he? Like 101 years old. You know what I mean?
I think he was maybe 99 or 100. Was he 100?
Was he that?
He was around there.
Oh yeah, he was up there.
Yeah.
So like I don't think our country is gonna let anything bad happen to him. With that being said, I know if he had it during his listen, he's 80 something years old. Chances are he had more than just cancer.
So you think yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
His body's breaking down.
Yeah. No. I mean, he's what is
it's the natural course of life.
84 is that what he is? Right.
82,
84.
I mean, during the whole campaigning, he didn't look like he looked like he's
82 years old.
No, he looked out of it, right? More than usual.
Yeah, I mean, they were like a lot.
Wasn't there a few times that people thought there was stand-ins for him and like?
But yeah, they still think that
Really, I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
I mean, they were talking about his cognitive ability and stuff like that. But I'm saying, all right. So Gabe, let me get to you. Did you feel like he had it while he was in office?
Yeah, all signs are pointing to yes. He admitted it, and his staff called it a gaffe back in 2015.
Oh wow! Wait, since back then?
It was on video.
Yeah, but if he had that rapid cancer back then, he'd be passed away by now. You know what I mean?
Well, not necessarily, because he could have.
The
cancer that he has now, it takes a long time for it to develop into the bone. So that's the other thing about it is this cancer. It's a prostate cancer, right? So that's the most easiest thing to detect with just a blood screening, and then beyond the blood screening, you're getting a physical checkup on that. And then you're getting a colonoscopy every 3 to 4 years, depending on what your health history is. Any good doctor is going to take that cycle of checkup. So to say that he has never been checked in 10 years, which is something they also said, is
that
kind of
would be
weird.
ridiculous. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I agree with that. See, that's where I was going to go. You know what I mean? Same thing. I'm saying they're saying that he hasn't been checked in 10 years. How is that even possible?
Right. He was the vice president prior to that.
You know what I mean? So
they don't get
to me, there is definitely some kind of cover up with, in the sense of that. Do I think what Joey said, I gotta be honest with you, I haven't even thought about that. That's a different
and listen,
perspective.
I mean, there's HIPAA laws and stuff. And is it, I don't know. I never had cancer. But like, is it something like COVID? When people got COVID, they were embarrassed to say it.
Yeah, no, there are definitely, HIPAA laws are definitely.
No, but I'm saying, do you think people are embarrassed if they have cancer?
Some people are.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
that's probably the most common thing, right?
He's the most recognizable person, one of the most recognizable people in the world. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's at the same time, he was trying to run again for re-election. Right. So I could see why he would want to keep it a secret. You know what I mean? But how do you bury that? How do you bury the fact that you haven't? You
don't go to the doctor for 10 years.
I guess, but how is that possible? You know what I mean? Like, I had to go through all these medical clearances just to get my job. I mean, it's not like, I'm sure, didn't you too? Right?
No.
Now, not getting union and all stuff?
I guess there's a physical in the very beginning.
Hey, when's the last time you guys had a colonoscopy?
Really quick. This is that
colonoscopy.
video.
Hold on, Gabe. I haven't had a colonoscopy. I shit in the box.
Oh, okay. Same.
Yeah.
So, what about you?
A dick in a box?
You could shit in the box.
Cologuard.
And then if that comes back with a red flag.
No, I haven't. I'm like Joe Biden. I haven't seen a doctor in ages.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Go to the doctor.
It's a woke thing.
You ever had? No, the reason why I'm asking, a friend of mine just had it done, and she woke up in the middle of it.
Oh, hello.
I thought it was going to be a dude, and I wasn't saying, and he's going back again for another one next week?
No, she woke up for like 2 seconds. They said they asked her if she was okay, and then next thing you know, she was out.
Back out.
Dude, I during my knee surgery, I had double meniscus tear. I had knee surgery. I woke up during the surgery.
Whoa.
Dude, that is my fucking nightmare.
No, but because I have sleep apnea, that's why.
Dude, you're under anesthesia though.
Right, you shouldn't feel anything.
Yeah, but still, I don't know. They said I woke up. I don't remember waking up. They said I woke up. And I kind of stood up.
Oh, so you don't remember it?
No, I don't remember. I sat up a little bit, and they said I went back out.
She was looking at the screen. She opened her eyes and she
saw herself.
She saw like whatever was on there. It was her, but she didn't know what it was.
Right.
And then she said I was out.
She's like, that looks like my asshole.
I knew I was full of shit.
Crazy.
Gabe, what do you got there, buddy? I'm sorry, we cut you off.
Yeah, check this out.
And because it was a 4-lane highway that was accessible, my mother drove us, and rather than us be able to walk. And guess what? The first frost, you know what was happening? You had to put on your windshield wipers to get literally the oil slick off the window. That's why I and so damn many other people I grew up have cancer. And for the longest time, Delaware had the highest cancer rate.
Wait a second.
There was I have cancer.
Yeah, I'm starting to chalk this up with Mike's fucking video.
Right. No, this is legit. Like it checked out.
When was this?
This was in 2022.
And he's saying he has cancer.
Yes, and his staff said that it was just a gaffe. That's what backs up the claim that he said this.
It's neither here or there anyway. It doesn't matter, you know.
No, I look, you're right. It doesn't. You know what?
He meant to say ear infection.
Look, and I hope the fucking guy's okay. You know what I mean? I really do.
Same here. I don't wish cancer on anyone.
Yeah,
I think, like I said, I think you'll see that he'll be with us for a little while longer because, like I said, they don't let these presidents die like that. You know.
Well, once it gets to the bone, you're really to the mercy of God's hands.
Well, dude, did you hear fucking President Trump's when he's like stage 9?
I didn't hear that.
Right?
Bro, he's starting to lose it, bro. He's starting to
lose
it.
Really?
Dude, I look at my wife. I'm like, is this such a thing? Have you ever heard of stage 9?
He was talking about Joe Biden.
Dude, he was at a fucking press conference talking about Joe Biden. He goes, it's real bad. He's like, it's like stage 9. And I'm like, dude, I'm like, what the fuck? I go, I never heard of stage 9. What the fuck is that?
Oh, it only goes up to stage 4.
I know, but Gabe, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I have not heard of it, but that shit is funny.
Yeah, he did.
Gabe never hears that shit. He never hears about that.
He'll never admit
I would have heard about it. Dude,
but I didn't hear about it. It's out there.
Yeah. Wait, so are you fact checking me right now?
No, I'm not doubting you at all. I'm just saying that
he doesn't play AI videos, Adrian. So don't fucking send it in.
He said, yeah. I perked. I'm like, is there a stage 9? I'm like, I never fucking heard of that. Stage 9.
That's funny. That's got to be a sound by a drop.
Yeah, Gabe. Let's try to find that before this show's over.
I got it right here. Hold on a second.
Here we go. Good.
You know, the public wasn't notified a long time ago. Just to get to stage 9, that's a long time.
What the fuck is that, right?
Oh my God.
9. I think that if you take a look, it's the same doctor that said that Joe was cognitively fine. There's nothing wrong with him. Well,
I mean, come on. He's a smart guy. He knows that there's no stage 9. Was that just a dig?
Bro, I don't know. Like I said,
he says a lot.
My antenna went up. I was like, is there a stage 9?
He exaggerates a lot. Let's be honest. I mean, everything is so big and grand and the most biggest and the most beautifulest thing.
Was that this week?
That was, I think it was last week. I think it was when it's, I don't know. I just, maybe, I want to bring it up and ask you guys because I feel like the timing's kind of, important because, I mean, if he would have won in November,
yeah, sure.
We'd be dealing with this right now. And it's like, what happens,
There's been no other in-office presidents that have had cancer.
Well, what's an FDR, right? He died, right? Did he die in office from the polio?
But that's not cancer.
No. You're right. I'm saying not cancer. I'm saying, but I'm just trying to think of somebody who might have passed away while in office.
No, I think there might have been a few guys that passed away during in office.
Lyndon B. Johnson, Jimmy
people
Carter,
assassinated and shit. You know what I mean?
Jimmy
Reagan.
No, in office while they were serving their term.
Grant died from cancer while in office.
Oh, look at that.
Ulysses.
So when there's a sickly president and under oath serving the country, does the vice president step in?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Even though the other presidents.
Yeah. And now.
Wow. Grover Cleveland, the 22nd and 24th president, had oral cancer and underwent a surgery to remove a portion of his upper jaw.
Ooh.
Oh, fucking shit, man. Oh,
Herbert Hoover also died from colon cancer.
In office?
The 31st president. It doesn't say if he was in office or not.
Now, okay. So once again, talking about this situation, right? And it's all about timing and stuff, right? So now for years, right? Everybody's been talking about a cover up right, with Biden, on his cognitive abilities and stuff, saying that his camp, his staff and stuff, who was really running the country and blah, 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 right? For years, you had certain media outlets completely deflecting, completely denying all of that information, right? Did you guys hear that this fucking guy, Jake Tapper is, right, in CNN? He's like the face of CNN stuff, right? Him and like some other guy, they wrote a book together, and it's called The Original Sin, and it's about the cover-up of the Joe Biden presidency. Dude, this guy, I'm telling you right now, is such a scumbag. All right? In my opinion.
Is he still working for CNN?
Yeah, he still works for CNN, in my opinion, because for years, dude, he was sitting there defending President Biden at the time, saying like, no. How can you sit there and say, how can, people are talking about his cognitive, how can you sit there and say like, how, what's going on in this guy's head and stuff. And then this motherfucker writes a book about it. Right. So now that he's monetized, he's making money off this. Now it's okay. Let's let these secrets out, bro. This is at least once again, my opinion, the definition of a hypocrite. You know what I mean? This guy, I cannot believe that he's not facing more backlash.
Yeah, I'm going to download.
You know what, dude?
That audio. It's probably like one on the bestseller list.
I wish he would watch this pod. I know he probably doesn't, but you know what? Fuck you, Jake Tapper. Right? You are a scum. Right? Have you guys heard about this?
No.
Yeah, dude. It's like it's like a best-selling book right now. It's been out for a few weeks and stuff. It's called Original Sin, and that's what it's about. Gabe, you heard about this, right?
Yeah.
That guy is a huge Dave Matthews Band fan.
Really?
Like,
fuck him.
Mega fan, and he has actually designed a T-shirt for the band.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Dude, to sit there.
Where can I get one of those?
I have one.
To sit there, well, fucking tear it up, dude.
I should.
To sit there and
bring
do
it to
this
the book signing.
to make money off of this. I don't know.
Nah, bro, that's his job. He's a journalist.
If it was a journalist, then he wouldn't have covered up anything.
Exactly.
Sensationalism and whatever it is.
No, as a journalist, you're not supposed to do
books right now.
Oh, he's selling books.
Yeah.
No, there's no doubt about it. He's selling books.
That's it.
But it's fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
He was on air. Okay, he is the face of CNN. You know what I mean? He is a huge personality on CNN, and he was up on air for years going to bat for this guy. And then he lights him up in a fucking book.
What does the book reveal?
Oh, they're saying the complete cover-up about his cognitive ability, how the staff is running the show and stuff, how they would make him have... I haven't read the book. I'm just saying...
I'm like intrigued and I want to read.
You want to read the book now? See that? Jake just sold 2 more books.
You're right. He's selling a lot of books.
Joke's on you.
Of course, the audiobook.
No, but
John Travolta reading it to you.
They're saying like if he
and President Biden,
if he was to win again, they would just make him like show proof of life. Every now and then they would just make an appearance just to show that he's still alive. But there would be other people that are running the show. Bro, it's kind of scary.
It is scary.
It's like anything else,
No, it's not like
it. Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Sure.
No, it's not.
Will you ever know the truth? Because Jake Tapper, all of a sudden, the hypocrite is telling you that, and this is what you believe.
Dude, let me tell you right now, is you truly believe that all the presidents before this, it's like everything else?
No, but I'm saying you believe his story now because Jake Tapper wrote it?
Everyone's
you just
been
call him a scumbag hypocrite.
No, I believe, you know why? Because this is what everybody was saying for a long time.
Because they say it doesn't mean it's true.
And now he's bringing it to life.
Right, he's cashing in on it.
Yeah, but he's bringing it to life.
It's been confirmed.
So it is true. Yes, it is true. These are factual things that he has written.
We'll see. I mean,
we'll see. It is.
But it means no consequence now. It's over.
Oh, it actually does.
100%. I'm saying it doesn't mean anything right now. I'm saying, but what I'm trying to say is to sit there and go on TV every night and say one thing and then
punch him in the belly.
Yeah, I got a chance to make some money.
Yeah,
let's let the truth come out now.
These guys will sway anyway to
a dollar bill. Will you agree that's a scumbag move?
Yeah, he's making money.
100% scumbag.
Hold on a second. You just said that they're willing to talk any way they want, depending on if they're paid or not. So why do you keep watching and listening to these people and basing your opinion on what they're saying if they're being fed money to lie to you?
But it's not just CNN; it's every news outlet.
Well, I didn't say it was, but I didn't say it was. But
where do you get your information from if it's not a news
independent
organization?
Independent journalists.
Yeah, That's
They're all over the place.
YouTuber, a blogger. I can't get behind that shit. You know, I think podcast sucks.
But you can get behind someone lying to you. You can't get behind that, but you can get behind someone lying to you and you're accepting it.
Yeah, listen, because you take it as this is their job, and they have some kind of integrity, and you kind of.
But they don't have integrity if they've been lying to you.
Gabe, we have to hope that they do. And I'm not just saying CNN.
But they don't.
saying every news outlet, every journalist. It's their job to present the truth to the public. And now, of course, they're going to shape it to their opinion, but there has to be some kind of factual linings there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something for us to bite on.
In this case, and once again, this is kind of like, this is just how I'm looking at it, how I'm seeing it, my opinion. In this case, they had a job to do. Okay. And they had a job, and their job was to portray something that wasn't. Okay. Their job was to paint a picture to their audience. Okay. It was, and then why this is proven is because then he goes and writes a book about how what everybody else was thinking. I'm not going to say everybody else. I'm not going to say everybody else, but like what a lot of, a big number of the population were thinking and were saying to him and people on his network and stuff, that how they felt was happening. And he was, no. Who are you to say? And then to fucking write a book about it, bro, only proves that everybody else was right and they were wrong, that they had an agenda, that they were told to steer the ship one way.
Well, think about it. If the guy was going to run for president again, and that's the Democratic, news outlet, right? You're going to push that agenda.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, though, dude, so now that you would know, let's just say, okay,
if you were paid to do, like, if right now, if someone sponsored us and paid us to say, I'd be like, Trump is the greatest fucking president ever right now. You know what I mean? This fucking guy, I would eat his, I would eat his Trump burgers.
Finish that, bro. Finish that.
The Trump burgers.
Yeah.
His steaks.
No, I know, but now that you know this, right? I mean, don't you kind of watch this guy with a little bit like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we're all for sale, though, aren't we? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, like you hope that they presented the truth because it's a news outlet, and that's where we're trying to get information, and they lied to us,
yes.
right? Yes. Right. So, I mean, you feel betrayed on that land. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. But I mean, capitalism, selling out. We see this shit all the time. Whether it's in sports, politics, or even real life, we
so
hear
what you're
stories.
saying, what you're saying is, it's okay for journalists not to have integrity and go by the code of ethics of journalism if they're being paid money for something that they can take a bribe on, or telling a lie, or
it's like
telling the public.
For politics, right? The lobbyist pays the politicians
a lobbyist is completely different.
No, but
a lobbyist is completely different.
Listen, maybe I don't believe in smoking. I hate tobacco, but the lobbyist comes and presents me a check, all of a sudden I'm voting for smoking.
That's not someone telling the public something based on facts.
See, that's the thing. That's the difference, man. This guy was going and he was giving a false narrative. You know what I mean? He was telling the public, something completely false. And then why we know it's completely false? Because then he backs it up and writes a book about why it was completely false.
Adrian, we knew a lot of it was false. The guy could, barely walk.
What's the name of his book?
He was having a hard time finishing a sentence and shit like that. So we knew it was old and, things were not good on his health, right? I mean, you have to be silly to actually accept anything else.
All right. So do you think that if he would have won the presidency again, this book would have came out?
No.
You don't think so?
No, I think Jake Tapper would have had a one-on-one with Joe Biden,
Do you think he would have kept going with that narrative as far as like everything is fine?
If he ran and won, yeah, right. Why would you try to destroy the hand that feeds you?
So, and that doesn't bother you?
It is what it is,
So what you're saying is the Democratic Party can't win without truths being hidden, is what you're saying, because that's the only way that they can win.
Okay.
I mean, you just said it.
Because I know. Because every other party is just so open and honest.
Well, I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying that in this case, in this situation, dude, I can't believe this guy went and did this. And then he's on a tour, bro. He's like, pushing his book and stuff. And I can't believe this. And he's facing a lot of backlash. He has been, he's been, some people have been taking him to task, but it's just.
Does he have like a nightly show?
Yeah, dude. Jake Tapper's on, bro. You know who he is, right?
No, I know who he is, but I don't watch shit like that.
Yeah, he's. I mean, is it safe to say he's one of like the biggest guys on CNN, right?
He's the headlining guy for sure.
Yeah,
he could suck it. Join us at Brewport next Saturday for a book signing by Jake Tapper. Tickets go on sale this Monday.
Shit. Whoa. Anyway, whatever. I just felt it was fucking interesting. Anyway, President Biden, I hope you feel better, man. I really do. I hope you beat it.
Yeah.
I think he'll be fine.
Mike thinks you're gonna get some alien blood.
I'm telling you.
All right, real quick, sticking with the president, the current president. Did you guys hear that President Trump just pardoned the Chrisleys from the reality? You know, Chrisley Knows Best reality TV.
I've never heard of these people.
Never heard of them?
What?
No.
No, they've been on for a while.
I took a picture with the guy once.
The Chrisleys?
Did you? I didn't know that.
In Manhattan.
Get out of here. You didn't send that
What's
to the group.
Name of the show?
Chrisley Knows Best, I believe it was.
It was a while ago.
Yeah, it was on for a while.
Yeah. It was a reality.
It takes place like in I think it was like South Carolina maybe or something like that.
Yeah, he's very
he's very flamboyant guy. I think he was in real estate. I think that was his gig. And Joey, look at Joey.
I don't like men no more.
Wow. I remember the first time I took my kids to Disney, right? And the first time they walked in the park and they set eyes on the park in Disney World, right? That's every week with Joey on this show, okay? Because he sets his eyes on for the first time on the show sheet, okay? While we're doing the fucking podcast. I love it. I swear, it takes me back to my children when they were going to Disney World for the first time. I swear to God. It's just, he kind of lights up. Joey's going down the sheet right now. He's like, oh my God, really?
Yeah, you caught me.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I was.
Every week we catch it, Joe.
I saw the one over here.
Yeah. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. I thought that was interesting that he pardoned these guys. I don't know. They're in jail for tax evasion. I think they surrendered themselves January of 2023, and I think they got like 19 years or something like that.
Shit.
Yeah, for tax, which seemed kind of high. I mean, to me, but whatever. I don't know the story behind it though. Obviously, they must be supporters of his. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But why he pardoned them and stuff, I'm not exactly sure. I just found it interesting, and who knows, bro? It could just be another fucking millionaires taking care of billionaires.
Along with that, today he pardoned a gangster named Larry Hoover. Have you heard about that?
No.
Yeah. He was a New York gangster.
Really?
Was he New York or Chicago? I thought it was Chicago.
You might be right. He's somewhere over there.
Yeah.
When is he alive?
So he's alive. So he pardoned his federal sentence, which I like. Why would you get involved with this guy at all? This is this is my thought. But like the Grizzlies, they're fucking
Chrisleys,
but the Chrisleys, they're TV people. You know what I mean? He's TV people, so I can see that shit. But this guy here, Larry Hoover, he's like a real badass criminal.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not hear that.
Yeah.
He pardoned him, huh?
Well, so like I said,
he's the head guy. Like a
gang, like a big time gangster, fucking Chicago, doing life sentences. So he alleviated the federal part of it, but I think the guy's still going to serve the state part of it.
So he's still in jail.
He's still in jail, but it's like along with the Chrisleys.
Yeah.
Why would you pardon a gangster?
Yeah, dude.
You're talking about like law and order and fucking crime and shit, and you're gonna pardon this guy? Like I don't get it.
Yeah. The article I read about the Chrisleys, you said you don't know this show, right?
No, not at all.
Okay. The article I read about the Chrisleys was it said nothing like as far as the reason why. You know what I mean? He just felt like the sentence was a little harsh, but I have to assume, and just an assumption, that they were very maybe vocal or involved in his previous campaign, when he was president the previous time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
At least donating something.
Something. I don't know. But hey.
And real estate. He's a real estate guy,
Hey, good for them. Fucking serving, 2.5 years of a 19-year sentence. Good for you.
I mean, anyone that gets off on tax evasion, I'm all for. Fuck taxes.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think
that's even a lot, right?
Shit about taxes.
I was like, really, 19 years. That's fucking a lot.
They must have evaded a lot of taxes.
I agree. Speaking of prison,
I also can't find why Larry Hoover was released. It doesn't also same thing. There's no reason.
Well, to be continued on that. Speaking of prison, you guys heard about this prison break, right? In New Orleans, right? Going on, I think maybe 10 days ago now.
Yes.
Once again, we were off. So forgive us if this is old news. You guys heard,
They were badass, bro.
about 10 inmates escaped from a prison?
Yeah.
The video footage is wild, man.
Is huge.
How does that happen?
They ripped the toilet out the wall.
Yeah, but I'm saying the way they were opening the door and stuff, to get in there, it is talk about like negligence. You know what I mean? This is a training video. Let me tell you right now, this is a training video for every law enforcement facility, okay, in the country, in the world.
Wait, what'd they do with the toilet? I missed that part.
Removed it.
They ripped the whole thing. That's how they got through the wall.
They got through the hole.
They ripped the toilet off the wall and used that hole to get out of their cell. And then I didn't see what they did with the door. What did they do with the door?
They had
fucking shaking it, bro, and then they shook it until it actually broke, and then they jumped out.
Yeah, bro.
It looked like it was like a loading dock or something.
Dude, but it was like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
they were at it for like 10 minutes, and it's on camera.
Somebody inside had to be involved in that.
They're saying I think a couple people got arrested. I don't know if they got arrested for negligence or they got arrested for
baiting.
Yeah, there you go, baiting, helping them out and stuff. I'm not sure. So they caught 8 of the 10. They just caught 3 of them again, 3 on Monday, and there's still 2 missing. I think one of them. There's only 2 of them that made it out of state, I believe. Dude, one guy, he went home. Not everybody plays the long game.
They're not the smartest guys.
One guy went fucking home.
Yeah.
Was he the first one they caught?
I don't know if he was the first one or not, but I'm just saying, it's like, really?
He's like, I don't want to miss Survivor.
I think these last guys that they caught, one of them was in a real high speed chase in Texas. He's a fucking murderer. He's a real bad one. 2 of them, one of the 2 that are still at large, apparently he's escaped from prison 2 other times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He's a mastermind.
So that's going to be interesting, man. But I'll tell you, man, heads are going to fucking roll. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And it just so happens that's where we're going on our football trip this year, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
New Orleans. We got to go visit that prison.
So, what game you go to? Jets?
Giants, New Orleans, game 5.
Oh, nice.
Game 5.
The person, was the mastermind found yet, or we don't know that yet?
I don't know. I don't know yet. They haven't said. They caught a few people kind of like right away. I'm guessing the guy that went home. You know what I mean? But
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's still
like once they get out of the building, though, how do they get out of the property? Isn't there 20-foot fences with barbed wire?
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, that's where I think they might have got help. You know what I mean? I'm not sure.
What is that bulge in front of your trousers?
What do you have to do? You throw a little, some fabric, a blanket or something over the barbed wire? No.
Yeah, I mean, you can, no doubt,
and go right over.
Yeah, you'll heal from those cuts. I mean, they're not gonna.
Yeah.
Especially for your freedom, you jump the fuck over it. Cool. Pretty wild.
Yeah.
I hope they clean it up before we go down there.
I just found that interesting. I can't believe it. I mean, dude, it's the largest prison break in the state. It's got to be one of the largest prison breaks in the country, right? It's got to be. 10 inmates.
It almost was Shawshank, right? They went to the shit tube to get out.
Yeah, there was only one guy.
2 hours later.
This is going to be a movie, I bet. Watch.
Probably.
Especially if there's inside people involved.
Oh,
yeah, good chance.
They're going to make it about white people, though, so it's not racist.
Yeah. No, I think they're going to keep it accurate.
Fucking Gabe.
Yeah, they're gonna keep it happening. We're all grown ass people. Speaking of grown ass people, right? Joey had a topic about grown ass men buying other grown ass men birthday gifts.
Thank you for the birthday gift, guys.
Yeah, birthday. You're welcome, Gabe. Happy birthday, Joey.
Happy birthday to you.
Why was this a topic for you? Yeah, talk to me. Give me an example.
I can't remember why this came up. I mean, it came up because of Gabe. I don't know. I didn't really have a lot.
So Joe didn't want to put in on a birthday gift for me, is what he's saying.
No,
right
do
now.
I still owe? I still owe, right?
Yeah, you still owe.
All right, I forgot about it. I don't know. It's just never on my mind to do that. Even though I love my friends, I just don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes me a bad person or not. But
Joe, you're the only one who can answer that. Does that make you a bad person or not?
No, I just think birthdays are for kids.
Really? Okay. Now, Joey. Full disclosure, I've given you a few birthday presents.
You have.
And you've never seemed to have an issue accepting them.
That's true too.
Huh?
Shame.
It's just not something on my radar. I'll say that.
Okay, so do you feel there's something wrong with it?
What about you, Mike? What's your view on this?
No, Joe, let's stick to you. Do you feel like there's something wrong with it?
Wrong? I don't know if wrong is the right word.
Okay. Do you not like it? Is it?
I think it's excessive.
Is it emasculating?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Do you think it's excessive?
Yeah.
In what way? It's a friendly gesture.
It is.
Yeah.
I just think that you buy birthday gifts for children. That's it.
Really?
Yeah.
What about, do you buy birthday gifts for your wife?
And your wife.
Oh.
Listen, I'm not far off of that, but if it's your birthday, let me buy you dinner. Let's go out for some drinks and shit.
That's
like that.
different.
You know what I mean? Right.
That's different.
But to go out and buy you a sweater or something?
Yes.
What about a blouse?
You're picking up what I'm putting down. Thank you.
So, but would you say getting somebody a gift card to a restaurant is kind of like buying them dinner?
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I didn't mean this specifically. It just came up.
It's a good topic, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, I just got my man I just sent him a gift the other day.
What do you got you?
He actually got me a really cool, I think it's called a head fan. Is that what it's called? A neck fan?
Neck fan. Probably.
Neck fan?
A neck fan?
Yeah, it goes around your neck, almost like a pair of headphones.
With the 2 circles here?
Yes. So when I work cool myself off.
Are you allowed to use that?
Yeah, 100%. That'd be nice.
Do you have a lot of safety protocols at work or no?
Yeah, so you have to wear a hard hat and safety eye.
You allowed to wear AirPods or whatever the fuck?
Not really, but guys do it all the time. I don't do it, but people do it all the time.
Yeah.
Mike, when I sent that to you, did you feel like a child getting a present?
Oh my God, Adrian.
I was happy like a kid, like, oh shit, yeah. I got excited,
Nice gesture, right?
Yeah, everybody gets excited.
My friend was talking about melting on this fucking rooftop, and I was like, I saw this. This is definitely something for Mike.
100%.
Just want to make sure. I have no problems buying a grown ass man anything. All right. I like to. It's my way of saying, you know what? I love you. You're my guy, and it's just a nice gesture. So I take it. All right.
Hey, Gabe, happy birthday, man.
Yeah.
Many more, Gabe. Many more.
Yeah. With that being said, Joey, pay up.
What do I owe you?
Yeah. Anyway, no, I just want this whole thing was to put our really good friend on the spot and just mess with him. That's all. Kind of.
I'm good. I'm not on the spot.
The answer was equally as stupid as the question.
Wait, where do we get him a gift card to?
A restaurant by him.
Oh, what restaurant?
London's.
London's?
Yeah, they have a very, very good patty melt. And that's what I had.
Nice.
And a side of onion rings. I had a couple of bourbons.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
So
that all started because Gabe mentioned on this podcast, one of the best things he ate this week was from that place.
Ah, look at you.
Was it the patty melt?
Yep.
Nice.
And the light bulb went off.
Ding, 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 ding. Very good. Happy birthday, Gabe. All right.
So with that being said, guys, my birthday is November 21st. And
what size?
I will gladly accept any present you guys give me.
He doesn't like taupe. Nothing in taupe.
I'm going to get you a robe, maybe.
Okay. I want a nice, pretty blouse.
Burgundy brings out his eyes.
Or a waist fan. For when you're at the gym.
I know I'm going to get you.
All right. Anyway.
Episode 69.
Guys, I want to bring this up.
Denied.
Once again, it's happened a couple weeks ago. I wanted to bring this up and see if you guys heard about this. It's a weird story, but it's a funny story, at least in my opinion. The topic here is trying to find yourself when you're drunk. Okay. Have you guys ever done that?
I don't know really what you're getting at.
Like, is that a different way of saying, like, get your shit together when you're drunk?
No. I mean, kind of. I guess you could, you could say it that way. All right, ready? It's fucking funny. At least to me. I don't know. I'm fucking chuckling over it.
You have something that goes with this?
Yeah. No, I got a story. It's a whole story with it. Missing drunk man spent hours helping a search party look for himself. Okay. A missing man in Turkey. Okay. This happened a couple weeks ago. Missing man in Turkey accidentally joined his own search party and looked for himself for hours before he realized he was the target of the rescue mission.
Stupid fuck.
According to local media reports, Beyan Multu, a 50-year-old man from a rural region in Turkey, was out drinking with his friends when he wandered off to a nearby forest and didn't return. Worried about him, his friends then alerted authorities, who set up a search and rescue mission to find him. According to Turkish TV, when news of the missing man got out, efforts to find him intensified in nearby neighborhoods, with a large group of volunteers joining the mission. This search party was calling out Multu's name for hours when suddenly a man from within the group spoke up and reportedly said, "Who are you looking for? I'm here."
That's unbelievable.
It's unclear how Multu found himself in his own search party or how his friends didn't realize that he was right under their nose the whole time. Police were able to safely escort Multu to his home. This is, well, then goes on about another situation. But I saw this story and I just I'm laughing to myself by myself. This guy got fucking wasted, right? Hanging out with his buddies, wanders off into the woods, passes out, right? Wakes up, sees a bunch of people, like they're in a search party looking for somebody. Decides to join in. He's fucking looking for the guy, and they're all calling. He's like, "It's me."
That's unbelievable.
I've had something similar happen to me. Like, it was so weird. Joe's familiar with Windrock Park. It's an off-road park in East Tennessee. We met some friends there. They're from Philadelphia, and the girl that was with us told her parents, "I'll call you when we get back because we still haven't checked into our hotel." The mom never got a call because we were at the off-road park until like 1 a.m. So she calls the local sheriff's department. The sheriff's department puts an APB out, a bolo, whatever you call it. And we were on our way out of the park that night, and we saw a UTV flipped over and someone was seriously injured. So we were helping them out. And when the sheriff was there, he was like, "Hey, by any chance, is any one of you Allie?" And my friend Allie's like, "Yeah, I'm Allie." He's like, "Oh, your mom's looking for you."
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
His mom was looking for him?
Her mom, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Because she hadn't checked in.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Think about this, right? We have like Life 360 now for our children.
I know.
Mike, your kids are older.
No, but everybody has a cell phone and GPS and shit like that,
You have it on your kids, right?
I just used the
Find My.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought that was a funny story, man. Right? Guys get swept up in that. All right, moving on.
Been right along.
You guys watch anything good lately?
Well, so listen, not that I watched anything good lately, but I did see the commercial for Superman.
Oh, me too.
A new Superman movie.
Looks good.
Right. So I got to thinking, right? Let's say I was Superman, or you were Superman, or you were Superman. And you're like, Joe, you're Superman. You're like, "Yo, man, fucking, let's go watch the soccer match in Spain," Yeah, but how do you carry me? How do you carry your bro, around the world? Like, do I get on his back? Do we go belly to belly? You know what I mean?
Oh, that's a good question.
Does he grab me by my collar like a
I'm
puppy?
thinking so if you're Superman, I think I'm on your shoulder. I'm on your back.
Like
I'm holding onto your shoulder.
Like a piggyback ride?
Yeah.
Like the ambiguously gay duo?
Yeah. I'm thinking we're holding hands and you're flying with me like next to me. I could hold you like this and you're in the same position I am.
Okay, all right.
You wouldn't be dangling, you don't think? You'd be flying too?
Superman, bro.
No, but I'm saying him. If you're carrying him.
No, we're good.
I'm not gay no more.
You certainly
am delivered.
You're certainly not getting on my back, that's for sure.
I think I scoop you like a baby, like a child. You know what I mean? And fly you over.
That. I'd be on your back before you scoop me like a baby. I'll tell you that.
That's an interesting thought, though, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, he's always flying lowest and shit. Like, what would you do if it was your bro?
Dude, this sick fuck. He watches the commercial. This is what he thinks about, right?
What was he holding someone in the commercial?
No,
I mean, Lois Lane, probably, right?
Like, it just, started flies. And then, like, I didn't, I've been watching Superman my whole entire life, and it's Lex Luthor, right? And I never realized that Lex stood for Alexander.
Yeah.
Do you know? I'm like,
Brown, that's my son's name.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, but you never call him Lex.
No, but I knew that's what it stood for.
That'd be a cool nickname, though.
Lex, yeah.
Yeah.
Lex. So I'm excited about the new Superman movie coming out. I really am.
So am I.
Yeah, I'm not too hyped about the actors. None of them seem familiar to me, but I can't wait to see.
It looks like a cool take on it for sure.
So this topic hasn't come up in weeks, and you're excited for you talking about the best thing you watched this week was a commercial lately.
Sure, yeah.
Joey,
I really haven't watched anything either. I just been locked into the NBA. But there is something I do want to watch called Nona. Have you seen this?
My wife saw it and she said it was like
Gabe,
really?
Gabe watched it. It's on Netflix, right?
That's the first review I've heard of it, honestly.
Yeah.
I've heard it was pretty good.
What is it about?
It's about somebody that opens a restaurant, has their a bunch of grandmas cooking in the restaurant.
Oh, no.
It's based on a true story.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it though.
Have you watched anything good lately?
I have.
Watch?
I watched a couple things good lately. One, I'm gonna go real quick on this one just because I'm a nerd and I don't want to. We'll just
Star Wars shit, dude.
It was Star Wars. Yes, it was. It was. I watched Andor. Let me tell you right now, guys. Any Star Wars fan out there? I'm telling you right now, this is some of the best Star Wars stuff that you'll see that they put out there. This story, there's 2 seasons. The second season just came out. I wrapped it up. It's called Andor. It is phenomenal. The acting is phenomenal. The writing's phenomenal. The story, everything is so good. It leads you, takes you right up to. It takes you up to Rogue One. Okay, and I was up to 2:00. I watched the last episode the other night of Andor, and then I run right into Rogue One because it takes you. And let me tell you, you watching Rogue One over again, it just hits differently, dude. I was up 2:00 in the morning. Yeah, I know. I'm the only one at this table that probably. I know Mike's into it too, but
you might be proud of me. I just
not as much as me.
I just got a new debit card. I don't think I ordered this, but look what they sent me.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah,
very nice. What's his name?
Oh, very cute.
Oh
shit! He knows. He knows.
Joey, huh? Good for you, guy.
I watched Mandalorian a little bit.
Nice,
dude. If you get a chance, guys, check out Andor. It's really great. No. But the other thing that I watched is watching anything good lately. I actually just watched it the other night with my wife. It's The Trial of Diddy. Okay, it's on Hulu.
I watched the first episode.
You saw that, right? With Sonny Hostin, whatever hosted. So they're doing is the Diddy trial's going on, right? We're into this might be week 3 now, I guess, right?
It's the 10th day.
Okay, 10th day.
Today.
So there's no cameras allowed in the courtroom. So what they're doing is this show, they're taking the transcripts, okay, and then they're having actors depict the situation, everything that's on trial and stuff. Would you say that they're leaving some stuff out, right? But I mean, a lot of stuff is the meat and potatoes are in there.
I was just going to say that.
There you go, right? The meat and potatoes are in there.
Absolutely.
Very informative. It's your best chance to sit there and be in a courtroom.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
There's a lot of sketches and shit like that, so you could kind of get a grasp of what's going on.
Sonny Hostin from The View, she hosts it, and then there's 2. They have a guy who's a lawyer, and a guy. What is he? A journalist, right? That guy?
I think he's a journalist.
They have a guy who's a lawyer and a guy who's a journalist, and they're kind of commenting. They're giving their their feedback and what they think and stuff. Very interesting. I think is there only 2 episodes, Joe?
I think I
only saw 2 episodes. It's up to 3. So maybe 3 came out.
Diddy's fucked. Fucked.
It is very interesting.
All the shit though, like I haven't heard anything illegal.
Well, today, one of his assistants testified, and her life has been threatened multiple times about being thrown in the East River and never seen again. All different shit. So
the only thing I've seen so far, or listened to as far as that's illegal, would be racketeering. Yeah. But the other stuff. It all seems kind of consensual, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not illegal to have sex parties.
Yeah,
sure.
Somebody help me! Daddy's fucking the shit out of me!
You're gonna be part of bad boys. I'm done with you. Take that.
Daddy, get your feet on my ass! You see how me, man? This man is killing my shit!
We bad boys for life, baby. You gonna take
Get the fuck off me, Daddy!
Apparently, he looks very old and weathered. He's all. He said they said he's all gray hair now.
Oh yeah,
beard and hair on top. Very skinny and meek looking.
They're not giving them Just for Men.
I guess not.
Gabe, what about you? Watching anything good lately?
No, but I'll help out Mike and not be the only one that watched previews. I'm looking forward to the F1 movie that's coming out in late June.
I saw the commercial.
That looks pretty good too. Brad Pitt.
Yeah. I'm a big F1 fan, so to watch that, I think that's going to be good.
Cool. All right.
When does that come out? Do we know?
June 26th, I think.
Oh, okay,
21st, around there.
Mike D, looks like you got something to say.
I do. I have a public service announcement, a PSA.
Go for it.
So right now everything trending is Chat GPT and these other AI search engines, right? So I saw something the other day. A lot of people when they talk to the AI engine, they say like things like thank you and like they actually try to have a conversation with it. And I read that the amount of energy that these things spend and the amount of water, like, so just if you use it as a search engine like Google, you never talk to Google, you never said thank you to Google, you never been polite to Google or try to have a conversation.
I have said to Alexa,
yeah,
at my house, I have said, like, if I ask her a question, for some reason I have said thank you, just because it's just kind of like
apparently there are these
natural
huge
spots.
warehouses that have to cool off these fucking search engine things with like a river's amount of water every day. And so these simple things like please and thank you stuff, you don't have to do it. It's an AI thing, you get no points for that shit.
You're 100% right.
And
it's more like a reflex, like instinct.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think I kind of thought they wanted the personal assistant to feel natural. By the way, there's one of those server houses around here somewhere, a Google server house.
Is it really?
Station Road, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Right by the corner of Sunrise Highway, Service Road, like right near the outlets. Across the street.
Level 3, whatever that is?
Yeah.
That's what that is?
Yep.
Always? That's what it's always been?
No, like within the last 5 years or something like that.
Bro, right?
Yeah, right.
That's been a lot of conspiracy about that building, right?
Yeah, it's a server house.
That's what that is. How did you know this?
It was in the Advance or something recently. Yeah. I was talking about that.
I feel like there's a lot of mystery behind that building. That's interesting.
It's just fucking computer servers from wall to wall in that place.
And they say that to cool them off is like, forget about the amount of electricity to run them, but to cool them off is a whole nother thing.
This is why Joey sleeps like a baby. And yeah, it's true. Bro, Joey's fucking dropping knowledge right now, because I'm telling you right now that a lot of people around here always wonder what that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, so what does that have to do with saying thank you or please?
So those little comments just eating up more energy, and it's useless. There's no need for it.
I mean, it's useless because it's not a real person, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I get that, but but you're saying that there's more to it.
Well, you're just using up fucking natural resources that
Okay.
Are you do you guys are you using AI in your lives at all?
I do. I have been using it actually a lot, like to calculate weights of stones and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Besides Alexa, no.
Okay.
I did try to hit it with some engineering.
I'm sure that's not a shocker.
And some like our engineering drawings, and it wouldn't draw it the way exactly I wanted it, but it was right there.
Yeah.
What about you?
I do. I use it pretty frequently, actually. Last thing I used it for was something for our soccer team. We needed a parent registration form, so I told ChatGPT to make one with the information I wanted to include with our team logo, and it did it.
Yeah. And not only that, you tell it needs to be in Word format, so editable Word format.
I just said,
bro, Adrian, it just fucking pops it.
I just said a printable PDF.
Yeah, there you go.
Fucking.
I don't know. I don't even think about it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't ever use it. So let me ask you, how many inches did it grow? Still working on that?
Yeah, I'm still working.
All right. I don't know. Just something I don't think about.
Yeah,
I use it all the time.
Not a shocker.
It's becoming a part of everybody's daily life. I think I guess Google is going to be like not obsolete soon.
I actually moved it to my home screen. It's right there. You see that?
ChatGPT.
Ask anything. That's ChatGPT.
Oh, that's okay.
Google has Gemini, so they'll still be around. It's not going to go anywhere. They still utilize the search engine. It's just tasked different.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, It's a whole drop. I know, we know technology and me don't get along, but I'm saying like it's something that I don't even think about. I don't know, like to ever think like, oh, let me go on ChatGPT to see how this is.
And now when you ask Siri a lot of things, it's sourced from ChatGPT.
No, but I think you have to have like a 15 or newer, right? Or the phone, like is it?
Yeah, anything compatible with Apple AI. Yeah. So it's
I don't. My phone's too old.
Am I right by saying too? You that baby fucking meme thing? I think you could do it through Chat GPT.
Oh, can you really?
Yeah, I think my wife was. I think she's saying that.
I'm starting to see old movie clips transformed into the babies.
Yeah.
Like I saw a scene from My Cousin Vinny and the old babies.
Dude, I gotta be honest with you. When that comes on, I love it. I watch it.
I think it's hilarious.
I love it.
What's that other podcaster, comedian guy? We've talked about him before. Van.
Oh yeah,
Theo Von.
Theo Von.
Most of his clips the last few weeks are old babies. It's hilarious.
And then him and what's the Asian guy? Bobby Wu. Lee. Bobby Lee.
You see the one where Theo Von's a baby, and the guy's like, I was dating this girl, and then everybody told me that it was my first cousin, and he's like, "Oh, bro, you're gonna have a dragon, baby."
I did see that, dude.
Yeah, that shit is fucking funny. Bro.
Did he really date his first cousin?
I guess that's what the guy said.
I love his whole like the way he delivers a joke is funny. Like his mannerisms are very funny to me.
He's hysterical, and he has no filter. He lets it fly.
Theo Von, I like.
What'd you say, Gabe?
I was asking if he was talking about Theo or Bobby.
Theo.
Now, does he do stand-up shows, Theo?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, he does?
In Nashville all the time.
Is that where he's based?
Yeah.
Actually,
a lot of comedians are based right now in Nashville and Austin.
Really?
Yeah.
He had a physical problem with somebody in Nashville recently.
Oh, I saw that. Didn't he go after someone's like neck or something? Like tried to choke somebody out real quick?
Yeah, like an altercation?
Yeah, he was chilling at a bar and dude came up to him. I guess the guy had his own podcast or whatever, and the guy tried to bombard him.
It fucking happens to us all the time.
Yeah.
All right, we get it. We get it. All right,
a nasty person.
All right, moving on. You guys got anything else before we get into our Brew Crew email?
Mike's definitely got something.
No, I know my
no, he had
the PSA.
Oh, yeah.
PSA.
I guess not.
Yo.
Brew Crew email, guys.
You got mail.
This is how we wrap up this podcast with our Brew Crew email. Joey, what's our email?
Brew Crew at beersandbs.com.
Mike, where can they find us?
They can find us at Apple, Odyssey, Spotify, YouTube, Pandora, and anywhere else you find your podcasts.
And please be sure to like, share, subscribe, follow. Like I said, if you never want to miss an episode, subscribe. Okay, you get alerted to a new
Pretty cool.
episode.
You get a little notification when there's a new episode.
Yeah. All right, guys, we have a few emails tonight, okay? Real quick, I'm going to touch on Kate from Henderson, Nevada. Okay, she emailed a few weeks ago. Like I said, we've been off for a couple weeks. Our last episode, we were on location at Donatina's in Patchogue, Donatina's Pizza in Patchogue, and they were closing, so we kind of had to wrap things up early. We didn't get into our Brew Crew email, but Kate, she sent out an email about 3 weeks ago now, and she said, I'm a little surprised you guys haven't talked about the Shannon Sharp controversy. What's your take on the lawsuit and countersuit? Now, I feel bad because it's been a few weeks and stuff. Not much really has happened in those few weeks, right? You guys understand what the situation was, right? He's being accused of rape and stuff, and
yeah.
I'm not going to say rape.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I think he's been accused of sexual assault. You know what I mean? Which, however you want to classify it, I don't know. But he has since stepped away from ESPN because of all this. And I just heard recently, I think within the past couple of days, he's got a podcast with Ocho Cinco.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to go on tour. I think they were supposed to go 8-week tour or 8-stop tour. They're postponing that.
Oh, so he's taking it serious.
Yes.
This is not just an allegation.
Yes.
He's got to defend himself.
Exactly. I think that's,
It's not the first time. I remember within recent days, a couple months ago, he accidentally left his phone recording. You guys remember this?
He's banging some chick.
Yeah,
Right?
he's banging some chick, and he left his phone recording and let the whole public on the internet.
He's coming off to me as kind of controversial. I got to be honest with you.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's not so innocent.
Yeah.
Like I don't ever want to say because we were out there. What happened between him and this woman? But. Shannon, no means no.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you're lucky that her father or her brother don't fuck you up. That's the bottom.
Yeah. Once again, like Mike said, I don't know. He's innocent until proven guilty. I guess to be continued. I think this is going to go on. I don't know exactly when he's going to court or any of this stuff, but I mean he is denying everything. I don't know. For him though to step away from ESPN and
he's married, isn't he married?
So he wasn't fired from ESPN. He stepped away.
He stepped away. He stepped down.
I thought he was married for some reason.
I thought so too.
I don't think so.
But that makes don't you think that makes you look a little guilty if you're stepping away from shit?
At first I thought it was ESPN that kind of let him go, and then I read about that he stepped down from it. He kind of he just volunteered to say, I'm gonna step away. I don't know, man.
But listen, let's say you took this show on the road and you actually had a big following and stuff. There's people, crazy people, bro. They would jump out and be like, "Hey, Shannon, you fucking raped that chick." You know what I mean? Like, people are crazy like that this day and age. Just like sensationalism to get something out there and get their name out there. So he might just be trying to protect himself from that, not necessarily be guilty, but
That reminds me, we got to put our tour together. Our top tour.
Listen, we spread our wings from Brookhaven to Patchogue.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it should be Nashville, Chicago, Boston,
New Orleans.
What do you want?
Let's take it to New Orleans.
July 5th to July 8th.
Where?
I would love that. Let's do it. I'm on board. Anyway, so Kate from Henson, Nevada. Thank you for. She's a
if
returning emailer.
He's fucked.
But we are paying attention to it, Kate. I think it's just we need more information, to come out. But the fact that he's kind of taking a step away from the public eye, I'm with you, Mike. I think he is taking it seriously. All right, guys, we got moving on. Another emailer, all right, the returning emailer, and this is Chris D from Virginia. Chris D from Virginia wrote. This is a very wordy email, and so if everybody just takes a second, take a seat, okay? All right. If you got to pee, it's a good time to do it. Christy from Virginia says, recent findings from the Pew Research Center indicate that 63% of men under 30 in the U.S. are opting to stay single, a notable increase from 51% in 2019. Citing various personal and social, how do you say that word, guys? Suicidal?
Social.
Joey, how about you?
Societal.
There you go. Societal reasons. The three biggest reasons per the research are high financial costs, the impact of the hookup culture and social media, which he means women seeking too much attention. How do you think you would fare in today's dating world if you found yourself single again? All right, there's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
So hold on. Now, that whole hookup culture and social media, dude, all right, look, I mean, we're all guilty of it, right? I mean, there's a lot of women out there looking for the attention, putting themselves out there on social media looking for the attention.
Sure.
That's got to be tough to be with a woman like that.
Yeah, no. To that be your main girl and
you know what I mean?
Exposing herself on Instagram and stuff. Yeah, no.
Putting stuff out there, bouncing her tits and fucking showing her ass or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Doing all these kind of things where she knows why she's doing that, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know what? God bless you, because they're probably making money off it.
I think there's superficial guys out there too that two peas in a pod. I think they could find their mate.
They don't come up in our algorithm, but I'm sure they're out there. You know what I mean? I'm sure they're out there. So I get that. I think that's got to be rough to be with that person.
Right? Oh yeah, yeah.
Dude, that
by nature we're jealous creatures. You know what I mean? We don't really. everybody except Kanye West doesn't want anybody looking at their girl. You know what I mean?
Dude, that is true, man. You're 100% right, man. That is a great example, right?
Perfect.
This guy is putting his wife out there. I mean, she's basically
naked,
right?
dude.
and bro, slamming body.
Yeah.
She looks fantastic, but it's just like, how can you do that? How do you sit there and say you love this person and then like
share her with the rest of the world?
And they don't expect anybody to look at her.
But you think that? I think he wants everybody to look at her, right?
Oh, she's literally topless and stuff. Like, how do people not? You know, little kids is dropping their ice cream cones and shit.
Yeah, that's an interest. But just the dating process this day and age is so much different than like the day of just walking over to a girl in a bar. From what I gather, is gone. It's
on the app.
Apps, right?
Right.
You go on these apps and then you meet that person at a bar, or right? I'm pretty much thinking that's how it is these days.
Dude, we're all married a long time. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even know where to begin. You know, we got a friend.
Can you imagine picking up your phone and try to get a date, just then swiping until you see someone you're attracted?
That's what I mean. Like, we have a friend, right, who's very close to us, stuff that's kind of like, out there, and
he's not into it. Like that,
but we've seen some. All right, I mean, at least she showed me a few times where it's like people that are kind of like, liking him, trying to connect with him and stuff, and dude. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. You know what I'm saying? What's out there?
The language on
you talk to your mother with that fucking mouth.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't know where to begin because that's all I would know is be going out to a bar somewhere to meet somebody, right?
Yeah,
they're very superficial these days. It's like you have to bring your fake game, right? I would imagine, like, because it's their internet profile versus your internet profile, and no one's internet profile is real, right? You know what I mean? It's like fake versus fake. It seems very weird to me,
Did you guys ever go
I like that they are passing a note, you know what I mean?
Did you ever go on a blind date when you were single?
No. Blind date? No.
I did.
How did it work out?
Not good. It was not good.
Who set you up?
My best friend's mother.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so she was serious then. So it wasn't a joke.
No, it wasn't a joke.
I have a good girl for you, Joseph.
It's exactly what she said. I was into it. I'm like, all right. She described her. She said she's the most hardworking girl I know. She worked with her. She's I think she's your type. I'm going to set you up. So I go through. She said we actually met at Painters. I don't know, 25 years ago. I went with a friend. She told me she was going to bring a friend just so it would be a little more comfortable. Okay. And I said, all right, I'll bring a friend too. Right. We're sitting at the bar. We got there intentionally about 30 minutes early so I could slug 9 beers in 30 minutes. And she texts me, what are you wearing? So I know she's close now. She wanted to walk over to me.
Orange tuxedo.
So yeah, orange tuxedo and black cane. Soon as we figured it all out and did the math, we were kind of looking at the door. I aborted mission, bro.
Oh man!
We watched this poor girl.
Wait, Joey, why are your eyes closed?
I feel terrible. It's been such a long time, and I still feel bad. She circled the bar looking for.
God, dude.
And then she saw my shirt that I did describe to her.
And she saw you bolt?
She came over to me and said, she put her hand down. She said, Joe, right? And I was like, no, I'm not Joe, I'm Mike.
Oh, my
man.
God,
bro. Yeah, dude. And
are you kidding me?
She's like looking at me and she goes, you're not Joe? And I was like, no, I'm Mike. Like I fucking completely played it off. And she's like, oh, that's interesting. And she fucking got her friend and they left.
Oh my
broke
God.
That girl's heart.
I mean, I don't think I'm an asshole, but I just couldn't fucking complete that mission.
Wow. So.
And you turn your best friend's mom like, this is what you think of me?
So, Joe.
That's a whole nother thing, man.
So, Joe.
She was all over me, bro.
You live in a house with no mirrors because you can't look at yourself, right?
Nah. I actually felt really fucking bad. That's like one of the crappiest things I've ever done.
Good.
So, what was it?
Well,
listen,
we'll talk off air.
You already know. Even though adult, but
yeah.
No, thank God I've never been on a blind date before. Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I mean, we've talked about it. I talked about this with my wife before. You know what I mean? I'm like, I really wouldn't know where to begin, man.
But
you know what I mean?
I do have a but. But with that said, we ended up hanging out, and I did end up meeting another girl that I dated for like 6 months.
Oh, see how things play out.
Yeah.
Wait, that same night?
That same night. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wait, you didn't leave, dude?
No, she left. I'm telling you, I think I crushed her. She felt terrible and she left.
Have you ever ran into?
She knew I was fucking Joe, bro. I described my shirt to her.
God,
like what a dick. I feel terrible. This is 25 years later, and I still feel terrible.
Why? But you couldn't just be like, listen, it's not working.
Poor girl's a nun right now, right? She's in the convent.
I should have done that, but I didn't. I had 9 beers in me in 30 minutes.
All right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to judge. I apologize.
And if my son ever did that, I'd smack the shit out of him.
Yeah. Hey, you know what, bro? We live and learn, right?
Yeah.
Little Joe, eats
But
it
I think
better.
blind dates are a thing of the past now with the internet.
Well, I feel they're all blind dates.
Yeah,
aren't they all blind dates, right? When you get meeting people online?
Yeah, but you're seeing pictures of them.
Yeah, but
I didn't see a picture of this.
But you're seeing the best picture.
All right, the fake.
You're seeing these people at their fucking best.
Yeah, but there's still
that picture could have been 10 years ago.
You still have an idea
of
what's going on.
I guess.
You have a general idea of what's going on.
No, I'm not Joe.
But so does it surprise you that the rate went up from fucking 63%, from 51% to 63%?
Dude, that's a short amount of time. Yeah, I am a little surprised by that. I gotta be honest with you. That's a short amount of time.
What it tells me is this young generation is not working hard enough. You know what I mean? He's talking about financial things. Like, think about it. You know, these kids should be spending every last dime trying to hook up with a beautiful woman. You know, and they're using that as an excuse why they don't.
High financial costs could be like, it could be just the cost of going out. I mean, right? We know the cost of going out is ridiculous. I mean, $18 a drink.
You got to impress the girls. You got to take them out. You know.
There's also a lot of reports of girls just going out on dinner dates because they're hungry. They're not interested in the guy. So you have to navigate those waters too.
So I'm getting a Mexi melt from Lords. I'm gonna be chilling.
Patty melt, bro.
Patty melt.
Mexi melt's much different.
Right. She's like, pick me up, hit the drive-through real quick, and then she's like, just drop me off. There's a show on Netflix. It's an old show now. You guys know the comedian Aziz? Aziz?
Yeah, Aziz Aris.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. It's called Master of None.
Oh yeah, great show.
Great show. It really is a great show. He got caught up in the Me Too movement and
oh really? He got canceled?
Yeah, he got canceled and
Did it really?
It really didn't fucking that show really should have went somewhere. But I think it's like it's either season 1 or season 2, and he's out there and he's dating, and some chick's just out. He was with a girl that was she had like another date set up after that. Like Joey said, she was just doing it for the fucking try this restaurant, try that restaurant on this guy's dime. It's very interesting.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
Christy from Virginia, this is a great question. Chris, I hope this didn't happen to you, man. I really do. I hope you have somebody in your life and you're all happy. And this is a thing in the past.
Find some true love.
Yeah.
Pull-out game was weak.
Christy, Virginia, thank you. Big question. All right, guys, we got one more, and then we're gonna wrap things up. We got one more, okay, and that is from Barbara from Mastic. I've missed Barbara. Barbara from Mastic says, Joey's looking at it for the first time. Recently watched the movie Freaky Friday with some of my grandkids. My question to you guys is, who would you Freaky Friday with? Could be anyone. Mm-hmm. Who would you freak? You guys know the concept, right?
Refresh my memory on the premise of this.
It's not a freak off. It's not a freak off. Okay? Freaky Friday is when you switch bodies with somebody. This was what's her name? Who's the chick? She got fucking
Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, okay.
Jamie Lee Curtis. They did it. There's a few other movies. Jason Bateman and who's the guy who plays Deadpool?
Yeah.
Who's the guy who plays Deadpool?
Jason.
Ryan something.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. They did a movie like this, you know what I mean, where they kind of switch bodies.
They cross pee streams, right? Didn't they cross?
Yes, they're peeing in a fountain or some shit, right?
They cross pee streams and
pretty funny movie.
I think.
Who would you want to do it with? Who wants to go?
Kirk Cameron did one when we were young too.
Yes,
right?
he did.
Yes,
similar to this.
Yes.
What was Weird Science? Did that happen in that? Or?
No.
They created.
I think he did. Didn't he do it with his father though?
Who, Kirk Cameron?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah.
Also, the guy from Friends.
Oh yeah.
Matthew Perry.
Chandler did one as well.
Yeah, he did one, right? He did his 13-year-old. Oh no, his boy. Like he went down to like when he was a kid.
Okay.
He was with himself, but he kind of like what he did it when he was.
Is that
he went from like adult to himself as a kid, almost like Big.
Jennifer Garner did one like that too.
Yes.
And we say bye-bye.
With her daughter in the movie, yeah.
13 going on 30.
The daughter has to do like a presentation at work. Like, yeah, it was good.
All right. Who would you want to do it?
I don't know.
Okay, Mike.
Okay, it would have to be somebody fun. You know what? Right now, one day, give me Aaron Judge. Let me walk in the size 14
it could
shoes.
be anybody.
Did you read that?
Could be anyone.
Could be anyone. Could be anyone, right? This fucking guy. What are we gonna do with him? What are we gonna do with him?
I'm going like Derek Jeter.
Yeah. Aaron Judge is mine. I mean, several reasons. First off,
he's on top of the world.
I just want to know what it's like to be fucking 6'8". You know what I mean? I just want to walk around and see people for 6'8", right? I'm captain of the Yankees, right? To be in that dugout, to be in that clubhouse. You know what I mean?
To go out in the nightlife, I'm being Aaron
Having
Judge.
another great season, just on top of the world.
Batting 400.
Exactly. You know? It was like...
He's on top of the world.
Aaron Judge, Derek Jeter was another one. Tom Brady. You know what I mean? You know, that's kind of like what I thought of. But it was all athletes. You know what I mean?
I know.
I mean, you know, it could be Tom Cruise.
My mind goes right to the athletes for some reason.
Because it sounds more fun. Like, you know, I wouldn't want to be like, you know, I mean, you know, President Trump with all that fucking pressure, you know, like
I don't know how anybody would want to be president. I don't know why anybody wants
or
to.
somebody important
wants to be fucking president.
Like, you know, Bill Gates or something like that, or you know, like Warren Buffett. No, that's
because
it seems like too much pressure.
You're
you know?
thinking of rich people, but it's like, dude, it's temporary. You know, you're gonna be this person just for a little bit.
No.
Dave Matthews would be pretty cool too.
Let me be 27 years old. Aaron Judge what is he? 27? I
think he's like 32.
32.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll take 32 at this point too.
I'm with you. What about you, Gabe?
I would probably go with 4-time world champion, currently the best race car driver in the world, Max Verstappen.
All right.
Verstappen. I was thinking the same thing. You know, that was my second choice.
I'm sorry.
Really, I was right there.
I just fell asleep. I'm sorry. What did he say?
That's the first time I've ever heard that name. I'm sorry.
Max
I know
Maxi.
you're into that, Gabe, but I don't know who that is. Sorry.
So Max Verstappen is a Formula One race car driver. He's 4-time world champion, 4-time back-to-back-to-back world champion. He's probably the greatest race car driver ever lived at this point. But to be one of those cars and to be able to do what he does in that fucking thing and make it turn and at 200 miles an hour, it's fucking crazy shit. I'd love to experience that.
I know 2 race car driver names. It's Dale Earnhardt and Mario Andretti. That's all I know.
Mario was Formula One, right?
They had
they're coming to Formula One next year.
They had the Indies just recently, right? This weekend or something?
Yeah, Derek Jeter. They did Gentlemen Start Your Engines. Derek Jeter and A-Rod.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Usually I would say there's no wrong answers to this question, but I think Gabe fucking got the first wrong answer.
You still have that simulator, Gabe, or no? You sold it?
No, I still have it.
Gabe, just messing. That's all.
That's why I'm getting the new car, so I can actually
drive
scratch
fast?
that itch. Yeah.
The
simulator does just so much, but to actually get out there and do it.
I know that Beamer is probably quick. Are you going to tweak it a little bit?
Oh, yeah. Stock, it's 330 horsepower. Just with a tune, a few simple modifications, it can get to 400 horsepower. If I do a stage 2 build on it, I can easily get to 500, 600 horsepower.
Holy shit.
I predict you're going to miss that truck in a couple months.
No.
No more tacos for you.
BMW is my dream car.
Good for you, then.
So,
good for you.
Thanks.
All right, cool. You guys got anything else before we close this episode 69 out?
No, I'm good.
No? Mike?
Hold on one second.
Oh, boy.
He's ChatGPT.
Oh, boy.
Okay, I'm good.
You good?
Yeah, I don't know. It says Trump pardoned some fucking congressman just now. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, next week.
Yeah, next week.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening. That's our pod, episode 69.
And we say bye-bye.
like we say, please like, share,
and
follow,
subscribe.
Subscribe. That's the big one, guys. That's the big one. And
Bob, keep sending them in, kid.
Throwing off.
Love your emails.
Yeah, guys, email us your birthday, and Joey will buy you a birthday gift. All right. Have a good night.
Later.
Get home safe.